Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 1st, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. So, how'd the kid do? I'll tell you, I'm pretty fortunate that she likes me and is willing to pinch hit when I need her. But I have returned, so you're stuck with me for a while more. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? Governor Hogan has the Rona. In a tweet sent out yesterday, Hogan said he tested positive, is feeling fine, but isolating for 5 and will mask for 5 more. He did stress that he is up to date on all of his vaccines and boosters. COVID made a lot of changes in how we live, and many people actually moved. The Baltimore Business Journal looked at the migrations based on the 2019 and 2020 tax returns, which is likely a very good indicator, and found that predictably, higher populated locales lost people, and lesser populated ones gained people. Frederick County saw a net increase of 1,906 people and ranked actually 75 in the nation. Here in Anne Arundel County, we were the second largest gainer in the state with a net gain of 686 people over the year, but we also had some movers as well. We took in 3,130 people from Prince George's, but 1,606 moved from Anne Arundel to Prince George's. Actually, it was a pretty interesting article if you're into statistics and stuff like that. Check it out, Baltimore Business Journal. In other statewide news, a while ago we mentioned that the governor had appointed former Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz as the CEO of the Maryland Tach Council. Well, as Anne Arundel County, along with Queen Anne's and Southern Maryland, are growing technology-wise, the Tech Council has formed a new chapter here for us called, predictably, the Chesapeake Regional Chapter. It's going to be co-chaired by Jim Gibbons, who is the founder of Alpha Point Capital, and Trish Farrell, who is the Senior Vice President at McKenzie Commercial Real Estate. And Trish, incidentally, is a graduate of the flagship program at Leadership Anne Arundel, as am I. Different years, but great choice. Maryland Hall has just announced a new 3-part series called Maryland Hall Presents. The first part is going to be November 19th with illusionist Reggie Rice, and that's a real fun show. I have seen him perform before. On December 23rd, we will host Chelsea Green and the Green Project Christmas. And in January, look forward to Step Africa. I tell you, since Jackie Coleman took the reins over at Maryland Hall, they seem to be kicking butt and taking names. Need another example? Last week, we told you about their acquisition of Creating Communities. Now, they announced that they will be hosting and resurrecting the old Compass Rose Theater. The theater company hinted that they were coming back soon and to stay tuned, so now we know. Room 308 at Maryland Hall is being transformed into an intimate theater space for the organization. Lucinda Mary Brown will still remain as the artistic director, and they will have an opening reception for the public on November 19th. I know Elizabeth recapped the Navy win against the Temple Owls yesterday, but I do want to call your attention to the always amazing photos from Glenn Miller from Glenn A. Miller Photography up at eyeonannapolis.net. You do want to check them out. They are pretty good. Up next for Navy football, they travel to Cincinnati this Saturday and then back in Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium on the 12th for a noon game against the Fighting Irish. They wrap it up on the road at UCF on the 19th. And then they have a few weeks to prepare for Army, back up in Philadelphia in December. Hey, I am emceeing the MRE's Tug-of-War on the Annapolis side this Saturday at the crack of noon. And I just got word that the Eastporters are talking smack again. And we do have room for a few more individual tuggers or actually even a few teams. So if your workplace is looking for some fun, and this is really fun, this is it. I figured since we're so likely to win, what we can do is we can just humiliate Eastport in the Tug and then walk over the bridge and go drink their beer. The Tug is a fundraiser, and since its inception, it has given more than $600,000 to local nonprofits. If you're interested, shoot me an email or a Twitter DM, and I will put you in touch with the powers that be. Male, female, big, small, weak, strong. We have a spot for everybody. And if you aren't tugging, do come out and see it. It is a great party on the Eastport side. It's really quite a spectacle to see, again, the crack o' noon on Saturday. And just a quickie for your calendar. The Santa Speedo Run is scheduled for December 17th at O'Brien's downtown. So go on, get into Speedo shape for the fun run. And do remember, round is indeed a shape. All right, I got to admit, I've failed you. I need to get over to Ram's Head on stage and see what new tickets they can give me to give you. So, absent any tickets from them, how about I give away 5 $25 gift certificates to Mother's Peninsula Grill? They do have a pig roast coming up on Sunday, actually, that looks a lot of fun. Anyhow, email me or DM me on Twitter and guess where I was on Friday and Monday. And if you were one of the first 5 being right, you're going to score a gift card to Mother's. And here's a hint. I am looking for a state. So you're now starting out with a 1 in 50 chance. Good luck. Podcast news. Up this Saturday on Local Business Spotlight, it's Peter Holland, an attorney with a focus on identity theft. And that was really very interesting. Next Saturday, we're going to be talking with a small but mighty nonprofit called Unity Bands. Okay, that is a wrap. But first, a quick thank you to you for listening and for sharing and letting your friends and colleagues all know about us, and to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, and Scout and Molly's over there at the Annapolis Town Center. So now you just need to hang tight. We have George Young from DCMDVA Weather standing by with your locally forecast weather report. All that coming up in just a bit.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Tuesday, November 1st. Yesterday played out pretty much as expected for the Annapolis region, with some PM rain showers moving through the Annapolis area. And while we could see a lingering shower or two today, especially in the AM hours, the forecast is for tons of sun through the weekend, with above average temps for at least the next week. Look for clearing skies today, with temps in the upper 60s to mid-70s, followed by sunshine Wednesday through Friday, with highs each day mid-60s to lower 70s, followed by more sunshine this weekend, with high temps each day in the low to mid-70s, helping put November 5 to 10 degrees above average through at least the 7th of the month. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Christy Neidhart of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
Hi, I'm Christy Neidhart. Gearing up for the Bay Bridge Run Walk, I figured if I was going to walk, then why not do it for a cause? And why not bring along some friends, too? I reached out to Stacy Nicholson of C&R Insurance and Dale Watson of Alpha Engineering, and they said yes, but why stop there? So, we're putting out an official challenge to join forces with us.
So we'll walk for a cause Sunday, November 13th. All funds raised will support backpacks for kids, Christmas for children, and diapers for babies. These programs make a difference in the lives of people throughout our community.
We invite you to walk with us. Join Team Walk the Walk Foundation, and registration is free. Visit WTWF.org to register and learn more. Already registered? No problem. You can still join our Walk the Walk fundraising team.
What's that website again?
WTWF.org.
Together we can rock this walk. Who's in?
Ready for a new look for those end-of-summer parties? Come see us at Scout and Molly's. I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate this great little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center. After spending the last 2 years shopping online, Come enjoy a fun, in-person shopping experience with a bonus, real customer service. We'd love to help you pick out the perfect outfit for back-to-school Annapolis boat shows and nights out with your friends. Scout and Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thanks for shopping local.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.